anything you want, milady?
No. Thank you, Rosa. Nothing at all. You have a gentle touch, Rosa.
Thank you, milady.
I find it soothing. And I am in need of soothing. We are all out of sorts today, Rosa. So Lester is out of sorts because his candidate has lost the election. Are you interested in politics, Rosa?
No, milady.
Nor am I. But it seems he was defeated by Mr. Ranswell's candidate. So Lester is very angry with Mr. Ranswell. He thinks Mr. Ranswell is trying to bring down the aristocracy. I don't care tuppence about it. But I am sorry to see Sir Lester so distressed.
Is that why you're out of sorts, milady?
That, and the fact that Mr. Tulkinghorn is coming to dinner.
You don't care for Mr. Tulkinghorn, milady?
No, I do not. I care for you, though, Rosa. Very much.
Rouncewell, who has been a guest in my house, a guest under my roof, Tulkinghorn, has sided against me with the rabble.
Most regrettable.
And this was the man who wanted to take my lady's maid away and educate her, if you please. As if Chesney-Well were not good enough for her.
I have no intention of parting with her.
But these people are very proud in their way. If they felt the girl, Rosa, is it, had been tainted by the association.
Tainted? Ridiculous.
I heard a story very lately of a townsman of Mr. Rouncewell's, whose daughter attracted the attention of a great lady.
Yes, go on.
The great lady I speak of treated the girl with great kindness, kept her always near her. And so far, so good. But the great lady had a secret. She had in early life been engaged to marry a young rake, a captain in the army. She never did marry him, but she gave birth to a child, of which he was the father.
Shocking.
Years later, the truth emerged. And when Mr. Rouncewell's townsman heard of it, he took his daughter away from the great lady, saying that she had been tainted by the disgrace of the association.
Well, in such circumstances, of course, if such thing were possible, one could understand it. But the fact of the matter is that such a set of circumstances could not possibly happen. The behavior you speak of would never have taken place.
Well, yes, quite exactly. The story must, I suppose, be apocryphal.
How long have you known?
I have suspected for a long while. Fully known it a little while.
Months?
Days.
And now you are going to expose me.
I have not yet decided what I'm going to do.
You can save yourself the trouble. I shall leave Chesney Walk tonight. And forever.
No, you will not. You will hear what I have to say.
Go on.
You must understand, Lady Dedlock, that my sole consideration in this unhappy case is Sir Lester.
Then why do you keep me from going away?
Because your flight would spread the whole truth far and wide. It would be impossible to save the family credit for a day. It is not to be thought of. When I speak of Sylvester being the sole consideration, he and the family credit are one. Sylvester and the baronetcy, Sylvester and his ancestors, Sylvester and Chesney Wold. So, this is to be hushed up, if it can be. And how can it be if Sylvester is driven out of his wits or laid on his deathbed?
Go on.
My experience teaches me that most people would do far better to leave marriage alone. So I thought when Sylvester married, so I have always thought since. Well, what's done is done. I must now ask you to keep your own counsel for the time being about what we both know. And I will keep mine.
I am to drag my present life out, holding its pains at your pleasure, day by day.
I'm afraid so, Lady Dedlock.
I am not sure that I could do that, Mr. Tulkinghorn.
You must, Lady Dedlock. For your husband's sake. For the sake of the family honor. You must. Your flight would spread the whole truth far and wide. It would be impossible to save the family credit for a day. It is not to be thought of.
Rosa, come here, Joe.
Yes, my lady?
What would you say if, after all, I let Mr. Ranswell take you away and have you educated to be his son's wife?
I thought your ladyship wanted to keep me as long as possible.
But circumstances have changed. You do like Mr. Ranswell's son?
Yes, my lady.
I have been selfish wanting to keep you for myself. I shall be very sorry to lose you, Rosa.
I heard the most extraordinary thing from Tulkinghorn.
What was that?
Our neighbour Boythorn has been entertaining Mr. John Jarndyce and the wards in Jarndyce.
And what should that be to us?
Well, Mr. Jarndyce is an old friend of yours, I understand. They should have been entertained here, not at that fellow Boythorn's place.
I'm sure that Mr. Jarndyce wouldn't have felt slighted in the least by not being invited here.
Well, I disagree. I've written to Mr. Jarndyce to invite them all.
She is fond of you, I think.
Rosa?
My lady.
Rosa, will you fetch my book? I think it is in the little sitting room.
Yes, my lady.
What were you saying to her?
Nothing. Merely passing the time of day.
I don't like your speaking to her.
She is a very agreeable young woman. And I believe she loves you dearly. I wonder what she would think of you if she heard of your disgrace.
You will have to forego that pleasure, Mr. Tulkinghorn, as I have decided to send her away.
No, you will not do that.
Do you presume to tell me how to run my household?
We have an agreement, you and I. You will not draw attention to yourself by doing anything out of the ordinary. I understand very well that you wish to protect your little favorite from the taint of association with you, but it will not do, Lady Dedlock. If any action is to be taken, I will decide what and when. not you.
Rosa, come and sit down by me. Rosa, remember I told you that I might have to send you away?
Yes, milady.
I have written to Mr. Rouncewell and he will come for you tomorrow.
So soon?
Yes, it must be soon. Rosa, I do not want to part with you. But it is for the best. I hope you will think kindly of me, Rosa. Whatever you hear about me. I'm afraid you will have a rather chill, damp journey, sir.
We're used to that. Come here, child.
You must do as he says, Rosa. Mr. Rouncewell will take good care of you.
Come, Rosa. You do care for my lad, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Well then.
She seems reluctant to go, sir.
Well, she's not well bred, you see, Sir Leicester. If she had remained here, she would have improved, no doubt. Good day, Sir Leicester. Good day, Lady Dedlock. Come along, Rosa.
Insolent beggar!
Well,
I thought we had an agreement, Lady Dedlock,
what agreement?
that you would take no action without reference to me. You have violated that agreement by sending that girl away.
What possible harm can it do to spare an innocent girl from the taint of scandal? If I wish to protect my secret...
It is not your secret any longer. It is my secret, in trust for Sir Leicester and the family. I consider our agreement to be broken, Lady Dedlock, and I reserve the right to take what action I see fit.
You must do as you wish.
And that is all I have to trouble you with this evening.
Wait. Do you mean to tell Sir Leicester tonight?
No. Not tonight.
Tomorrow, then?
It may be tomorrow. Good evening, Lady Dedlock.